12:20 local. In 3 hours' time, we're going to have the grand finals. Just so you guys know, we're going to make it perfectly clear for you guys. But be sure you do not miss it. It's going to be happening on the main stream, twitch.tv/ESWC at the main stage.
If you really don't want to miss it either, you should follow us on Twitter. So OnFire7, OnFireAnders. That's a really good way to keep up with almost everything we're doing. Some things we don't tweet about, but most things we do. Neo, smoke comes up actually just as he spots a bunch of people. That is actually expert timing. There's a big difference. If Neo had his own smoke and he spots people and then throws it down, NaVi probably aren't going to respect that. They're going to be like, yeah, you just put it on smoke, we're just going to run right through and kill you. But the fact that it goes off just as he spots them is definitely good. That grenade doesn't do nearly as much damage as it could have, so... Virtus.pro dodging a couple of things here, which is nice.
Yeah, another smoke, but these smokes are being forced out fairly early here as well. You know, VP would definitely be wanting to hold on to these smokes a bit longer, you know, get towards that 50-40 second mark before they start chucking them down. So NaVi actually doing a really good job keeping the pressure up on VP early in the round to make sure that they can get this gear off of VP and then just turn it into that aim battle. And NaVi, you know, coming out of Nuke, they've been hitting a lot of shots, so this is going to be really tough here for VP.
Are they realizing Snax is back here? I think he actually snuck here without, and they were realizing, but Zeus is just so quick, is still going to get the entry Dragon. That's definitely good stuff now. Neo in the back, good headshot. He needs a little bit more. Backup is coming in, but he's still pretty much alone. Pasha picks up the kills. Sees is hiding in the corner. I don't think he's going to stab Pasha this time. He's just going to go for the gun instead, and actually, he's going to get the one kill out of bullets, though. So Pasha doesn't get his revenge, but Taz is going to be there to back him up. Now they're rotating back in, and Edward is checking it.
Yeah, man on a mission right now. He's going to get out onto this A site. He clears it as well. Sees that nobody is here from VP. That B fake worked out perfectly. And now, all of a sudden, VP have to go for a retake. At least they have the man advantage, but Neo is fairly low. So they may use him as bait just to get out there and get the info. But Bialy takes the fight straight up with Starks. And they now know where Edward is as well. This is going to go south real quick for the bearded one. They're trying... Oh, I thought for a second that Taz was going to go for the knife. I thought that Taz was going to go for the knife there.
Just rush up and stab him.
Yeah, man. Like, get some revenge for that last map.
It would have been worth it. Yeah, actually, the crowd right now is cheering for Virtus.pro, being pretty excited. So yeah, VP coming up with the first round.
All right, so I wanted to talk a little bit about this, you know, coming out of Nuke. But you know, now that we have a little bit of a moment here, you know, I was wondering actually how much that gets into their heads, VP, because you know, I don't think they're a team that actually goes for knives. Ever since Snax at Gamescom, where they really used it to crush, and you know, they got a little bit of a bad vibe from that. I'm wondering if VP aren't cracking down on the knife use and saying, you know, like, okay, if you have the opportunity, whatever, but just don't do it. You know, we're going to respect our opponents or whatever. So I'm wondering if, you know, NaVi getting those knife kills in didn't rattle VP just a little bit.
At the same time, you're talking about, you know, players like Taz and Pasha.
Yeah, but Taz is cooled off, man. He's cooled off.
I don't believe that at all. I think he's just that. No, I think Taz can see the fun in that. I think they're going to be laughing at that stuff. Again, it could be of a couple of other teams that it would really affect. But
he nearly uses all 60 bullets just to get the kill on Edward. What is going on? That Bison.
Well, third round is coming up now, and NaVi, they do have AKs and a couple of smokes. Not really too impressive in terms of the grenades. There's a little bit more that they managed to buy. Does make a big difference, especially if you want to go for the B-bomb site. Generally speaking, you know, you want the two standard smokes here. Everybody knows that at this point. So not having them could be really, really annoying.
We're going to see Neo. It's going to be forward days here down the bottom Banana, but NaVi got it like that as well. You know, it has become such a standard thing to throw those nades in Banana that NaVi really decided to pace themselves. They take their time, they don't take the nade damage, and now they're going to go for a bit of the boost to look over the smoke. And this has become a very common thing as well now for T-side to try and counter the smoke at the bottom of Banana. They get up, they get the boost, and they're going to try and see if they can't catch somebody off guard here. Neo could potentially be vulnerable if C's manages to get this right and not drop off of Zeus's head.
Now what's interesting is the fact that Snax and Neo are holding Banana down here, and they have Max 7, and the Bison's still alive, and the Bison just doesn't do nearly as well against armored targets, even with the buff and everything else. It just is not as cool. So, I mean, Max 7 is definitely a good spot for it here.
Yeah.
But the Bison worries me just a little bit.
I'm not a huge fan of the Bison either. It feels very wishy-washy. Like, better to go for an MP7, really. I mean, MP7 is just sick, man. P90 is good, but you don't get the bonus money with the P90.
Yeah.
So, like, the MP7, you get the bonus money. If you want to go for an eco-frag killing thing, you know, just go for the MP7.
All right, so smoke going off here, but this is obviously going to be a fake at this point. Neo just, or Edward waiting right at the edge, and actually they're trying to shoot him through. He somehow realizes Taz is there. What on earth, Edward? And over at Banana, the Bison is going to have to stand his test here. Pasha does get the kill on Edward in return, and Neo is still alive. C-set 75 actually is a much better weapon than the Bison against the incoming enemies, but they're going to be falling back here. Pasha The bomb is still making its way through. If he gets the right timing, he could drop the bomb carrier, and there it is. Starix goes down, seized right at the edge, and he's going to go for the kill on Pasha. So now Neo alone. Can he do it? Oh, he could win the round. Yeah, there's no time. Neo just has to hide. And that's going to be it. Somehow, the man with the Bison stays alive. And that will be it. Pasha, obviously, the one really winning that round, dropping the bomb right there.
Yeah, that was it right there. That one stroke, he manages to just end the round. Neo doesn't even have to take the fight. Neo saves the guns. It's even worse for NaVi. I mean, sure, they get to hold on to the 2 rifles that they have, but they get no bonus money off of it. It looks like they have enough to go for a force buy here, just barely squeaking that out. Zeus actually taking the hit. He's probably dropped, spent all of his money just dropping for a mate, and he's going to stick to a P250 here. So this is brutal here for NaVi. They had a real opportunity there to just get a lot of momentum going their way early on in the half, and it just did not pan out for them at all.
They're kind of cool with the smoke that they throw right at the middle of Banana, because you cannot smoke off the bottom as you're talking about. But smoking off in the middle means maybe if there is a rush going on, that rush would be kind of cut in half. Yeah. So really, really nice idea. Because if you really want to rush Banana, you're not going to respect this bottom smoke anyway. You're just not.
It's a bit of a tough situation right now for VP. I think they're assuming that NaVi did go for the force, but it's tough to get a read on exactly what NaVi have because they did manage to hold on to 2 guns in the last round. So is it 2 guns and 3 pistols, or is it full rifles? VP having to play it kind of safe because they don't quite have that info yet. But Neo's going to start off strong and take out Seized at the top of Banana, and that's going to be a great opening here for VP to give them a little bit of breathing room.
They definitely will. I think that Molotov instantly got extinguished, and with 20 or 40 seconds left, here, they're trying to push into the middle. They will get the first opening kill. Starix trying to guess through the smoke by Ali. Yeah, if only he knew what we know. Not going to be the case, though. And now they're going to be able to defend this bomb site. They have got Snacks in here as well. Bayali's going to pick up the first kill. Bayali with the second kill. I think he must have called that information over to Snacks, who still goes down. But Bayali looking for a triple, and he's going to pick it up. Pretty nicely handled here by him.
Yeah, that individual play holding down that crossfire position, and NaVi just kind of running into the blender that time. The buy not working, not panning out for them, and now NaVi are going to have to eco. So this is now starting to get a little worrisome here for NaVi, just because VP, unless NaVi can do a lot of damage to them here with the P250s and CZs, VP are going to start having a bank where if they lose a round, they're going to be able to buy up again. And NaVi need to keep VP's money low here at the early half before it can get out of control and just become such a more difficult half for NaVi to win.
Pasha, wow. Pretty good spray off one with the grenade. He's ready with the pistol out, and Zeus is going to be dropped as well. So 4 eco kills coming in currently for Pasha, which is good.
But they do get 2 kills off of this. They do get 2 kills, and that's what NaVi needed to do. They could potentially even pick up a 3rd here. If Neo isn't careful, Edward could spray him, but it's not going to happen. Edward gets caught. Still, 2 kills isn't too bad here. Nope. They would have liked to have get 3, because then it really does turn into one guy having to force up awkwardly with 2 guys maybe dropping. But this is still good economic damage, Delta VP, as far as NaVi are concerned.
What are they going to go for, NaVi? I'm noticing, first of all, the AWP and Guardian, and the 4 Molotovs as well that they picked up currently on the NaVi side. So, they could use them to check, just like keep top of Banana safe. They could just throw one instantly here to try and force. Yeah, and that's exactly what they're going to do. So very common stuff again. Would be nice to see if they're going to go for an eventual B-side push. We do love those Molotovs over there, but Edward's already gone down, and I think he was carrying one of them, so see if they can recover it.
Man, where is Guardian? Guardian's got the AWP, and he's looking for the shot. He's not going to pull it off. Trying to channel his inner Snacks, through the smoke. Maybe Flusha, Flusha the Spirit of Flusha. I'm looking behind them. I don't see Flusha, so Flusha isn't there guiding his hand either. Guardian this time around not going to get anything. This is now past the minute mark. NaVi's still pretty comfortable with this. They have plenty of time.
Yeah, if they fall back here, the Molotovs can actually be used in different ways. Obviously, you can check this corner right here, but you can also actually force people out of the pit if they're hiding right behind the light pole there. So there's some stuff that can still work with this Molotov. They're setting up the smoke play, so flashing on over into the middle as well. Bayali is going to be taking down Starix early on, down by the boiler room. And we'll have to see. Just 35 seconds here. They really need to get a move on NaVi. They need to get a good entry frag and get in and get the bomb down. Otherwise, they're losing a little bit too many rounds in a row here. And Guardian, he's waiting, but Flash goes in. Nice timing from Pasha, picks up the kill. And then it's Guardian's turn to fall next. And here's the Molotov used actually in that position that we were just talking about. But it's not going to be enough. Neo will still pick up Seized. So, I don't know. So many grenades and no play that actually revolved around using them. That's frustrating.
You know, they still had the two smokes and 2 flashes, but it was clear at that point that NaVi are counting on Guardian to give them an entry frag, and that they want to hold on to those smokes and flashes for a post-plant position, or at least maybe to smoke off pit, right? When they can get up around the corner, they smoke off pit, and then they go into the site, try and get a plant, something along those lines. But a lot of it hinged around just Guardian finding the entry for NaVi, which is very often the case, actually. NaVi, kind of similar to Titan, do rely on their AWPer quite a bit to create opportunity for them. So this time around, it doesn't pan out for NaVi. This is still T-side Inferno, so it's not over, like it's not like out of control quite yet. But they do need to get on the board at some point soon, because they're getting into the mid of the half.
And we are also entering a situation here where actually NaVi just aren't killing very many people. Just on a very basic level, they need to murder more VP members, because it's like 2 kills for everyone and 3 for seized. And being 7 rounds in now is not quite good enough.
Are we going to agree to make murder legal then in this case, like this one exception right now? You know, NaVi, go B3.
In love and war, man. It's all good.
Pasha. Don't do anything creepy afterwards.
Oh.
Pasha. No. Pasha. No, Pasha.
Oh.
He has mercy.
Good stuff. Chicken's going to be safe. Biley won't be. Edward, not nearly as kind of person as Pasha is there. So that's going to be a good return for, well, a good opening kill, actually. Sorry, NaVi hasn't lost anyone yet, so that's really good stuff. Bit of damage done on Sususi. I think he walked into some fire. This is obviously going to be an A push, but they're trying to fake it as B, so I like this. This is NaVi pulling something that's slightly more elaborate, and it seems to be working, actually working really well, as Taz is the only one who's defending this bomb site. So NaVi, they've sold whatever it is they're up to here, but they need to move now, because you can tell that Virtus.pro on the other side of the map, they're actually moving in here. Again, Molotov down in pit. They're forcing Taz out right into the waiting arms of Zeus, and Taz is going to burn alive. That's still worth it at this point. Now, Molotov here is not going to burn the bomb plant. It's a 3-on-3, and this time NaVi do have some grenades to spare, including Edward with the Molotov here.
And they do kind of bungle that smoke nade. There's still an angle there that they can look towards pit with. So VP are going to be able to push through here. It's not acting as a wall, and now they can try and close in together. But Guardian and Edward make it work. They just somehow just go jumping through. Snacks is the last man alive on short, and it's not going to be enough for VP. They had an opening to try and take advantage of there, but NaVi with the Triangle of Doom on A site, there's so many angles to check when you try and walk in there that it really is tough at CT side. It's such a difficult site to retake.
So the combination of getting the first kill here and then pushing 2 people into the B bomb site was enough to force Snacks, or sorry, to force Pasha to join on over here, and then they end up in a situation where the only one holding is Taz. So overall, just a very, very good mid-round read coming up from NaVi. They gathered what information they had, and they made that play work.
And they get on the board now. They actually do get on the board, murder a whole lot of VP members in the process as well. So one more round like that from NaVi, and VP are going to start being in a bit of an uncomfortable position regarding their money. And they did it on Nuke, so there's no reason why NaVi can't do it again. But plenty of time here for NaVi in this round still. We're only just now approaching the minute mark, and they still hold fairly passively, not really pushing up anywhere, just waiting to see if VP are going to be the ones who get impatient and try and peek for information so that NaVi can punish them.
Neo is actually a really, really good player over here at Banana. He's like, I won't say uniquely good, but he's one of the top players at doing what he does here. So I mean, he's going to pick up Seized first. He still has his Molotov and his smoke, and there's 45 seconds left. That says a lot about how patient he's been playing with not using any of these grenades. And if they try and come through now, there goes the smoke, 40 seconds. So if they try and push through now with about 30 seconds left, once the smoke is gone here, he's going to just put down this Molotov, and it'll make life really hard. They need to almost instantly kill him. They're going to Molotov him back. Actually, that's still not going to help them that much. Neo still should be in a good position here.
Yeah, I'm surprised, that they don't trust in that Molotov to clear it. Yeah, because there's the Molotov, the counter Molotov, and now there's only 20 seconds left. NaVi are going to have to run through this.
Pasha has one
time. Yeah, exactly. Pasha has another incendiary. That's more time burned off the clock, literally, and NaVi are getting bogged down. 10 seconds left for them to try and make it onto this site, and Neo, the crossfire is there. They're not going to manage it. Edward is the last man alive for NaVi, and he can't do anything at all in this position.
No, this is the closest thing we'll get in Counter-Strike to what you would in StarCraft describe as like a build order loss, essentially. This is the point in time when you've gone for like a triple expand and the other guy's 6-pooling. Like, that's basically what just happens here. You can't get into a bomb site at that rate. The smoke goes down at about 40 seconds. That's great. That's already mission accomplished for Neo. That's very good. He has a Molotov, and then Pasha shows up with one more. There's nothing to do at that point. I'm just
really surprised that after throwing that Molotov, NaVi don't push in behind that smoke and trust to that Molotov to clear that angle. That's what was a little bit like disjointed for me there. NaVi not actually trying to capitalize on that molly and losing time because of it. So NaVi, they need to make that call to go, like to have the confidence to just say, okay, it's time to go. We're going to play this and just do it. rather than, you know, waiting for it to kind of come into their arms. VP are playing way too carefully right now to allow for that to happen.
Taz was actually playing super aggressive over in the apartments, and I'm really pleased to see him falling back, because they have to be able to guess that Na'Vi is on an eco round. No reason at all to walk into a bunch of C-set 75s and give up your M4, so nice to see Taz doing that. Obviously, he was there for the duration of the smoke, but even then, I still think it's a pretty bad idea for him to do this. I much prefer what they're doing here. Just like last round, Neo, the only one guarding B, and everyone else is over at A-bomb side. And I really think they can trust Neo to take care of Banana, because he's just very good at it here. But Cista somehow made his way in here, is infiltrating the lineup, and might walk right into Snags. Did Snags hear that?
Steps. Snags heard it, yeah. Backs him down. Oh, bit longer there, a bit sloppy on Snags' part, but still, Neo's going to catch Edward, who's trying to sneak in as well. And now it is just Guardian alive here with the P250 in hand, doing some pretty significant damage to Bialy. Only that Bialy gets replaced by Taz, who has full HP, who's not afraid to just take you down.
11-0 and 1 for Neo.
Yeah.
That's a bit of a testimony to just how well he's been doing over there.
And also the man sitting on the fat stacks. Like, that opportunity for Navi to really put Virtus.pro in an awkward position with the money, it's kind of getting, like, going away. I mean, there's a lot of money still on VP's side. That's to rebuy a nade. That was a misbuy.
Seems like it's become a thing for him. Wasting precious money. Some $200 is a lot.
Yeah,
think of what you could buy with 200.
When you've got 11 grand though, it's like it's $200.
Think of the children.
Think of the We're not gonna go there, man. Like, that's.
Bialy, not going to catch anything with the smoke. Can't really see much. Snax is over here waiting in the ninja corner, and he's actually, I think he thought that was an instant headshot. I think he thought that was going to be a kill immediately. Pasha goes down, and Bialy's still waiting right at the edge. Edward trying to make sure they're not getting backstabbed, but this is looking good for Na'Vi. They have a 3-on-3, and they are actually walking into the bomb site to get the bomb down here. Guardian is going to be dropped, though. Had very little health. And Bialy, he heard Edward. So now they know where one person is, and they know where the other person is too, because he just put down the bomb. So a lot of information here from Virtus.pro. They have the Molotov still on Neo. I'm wondering if they're going to be able to use that. Oh, Edward gets the long-range headshot here, and a double kill for Edward. Very nicely handled. Let's see if he can actually pick up the last one as well, because that is actually pretty huge what he just did here. Bialy's going to go down to C's, though, and that will pretty much be the end of the round. The fact that Neo dies over here actually is pretty important, because this Molotov, if it goes down and lands right here, all of a sudden Edward is kind of, I mean, it won't cover the whole range of the pit, but it'll still make it a little bit tricky for him to move around too much. So Edward could have used that Molotov to some perfection. I think actually that's what he was just seconds away from doing when he got that bullet to his face.
Yeah, exactly, right? You know, he's trying to clear it out because that position that Edward is playing from is so powerful. The longer he stays alive,
it's going to be the Virtus.pro power play. Yeah, they're rushing down. This is classic VP coming out right here. Snags is holding over here, actually, and that means Neo is not, which is very interesting. Neo is down with the rest of his teammate, pushing up to middle, and now Snags is going to try and see if they can close in and box in Na'Vi, but Na'Vi is shooting their way out somehow, and Snags, edge of the smoke right here. Taz goes down. Pasha has the auto sniper. Are they going to run right back in? Is he going to cut them up with it? Here it is, the first kill, and then up from behind. Well, Snags is actually going to pick up two of those kills, and that will be Na'Vi. The strat worked in the end here for Virtus.pro.
And you know what it hurts is that's actually Navi's play as well, because Navi pushed down mid. Navi love to do that on CT side, just get in their opponent's faces and try and crush them in mid in a pincer movement from Banana, and then VP appropriated that play and make it work against the team that really started to use it quite a bit. So that is a brutal thing to see if you're Navi. That's going to rattle you a little bit, especially after picking up a round. And once again, Navi's money gets reset, and there just aren't enough rounds left in this half for this to be a good situation. VP should be getting up to 10 rounds here, and then life gets very difficult for Navi.
Yes, I agree. This is starting to get a little bit out of control. My prediction at first was for a 2-1 victory for Virtus.pro, but I thought they were going to win on Nuke, and then Inferno. I did think they had the edge in Inferno here, but it obviously turned out kind of differently. They ended up winning on Mirage and then losing on Nuke, and maybe Inferno is going to be the map to sort of stabilize everything here. Snax is going to pick up the third kill, and it's going to be 10-2. And nobody on Navi's side actually getting past 10 kills at the moment, whereas everyone except for Taz right now is at plus 10, or, well, 10 for Bialy here. So 10-2. The scoreline, 13th round is coming up. What's the plan here for Navi? They have a round going on right now with 2 smoke grenades. That's not very cool, but it could be enough for a B push. A push, I would say, actually a little bit more tricky, maybe.
It's a little bit more tricky, but you could potentially just block off library and pit and try and wrap around that way with those 2 smokes, right? So it could work. You're just not going to have like the fancy smoke up on the balcony, stuff like that. So now, I mean, NaVi, I think a lot of this is going to turn around them trying to find picks, right? And they're going to push up into apartments now, but VP are playing very aggressively up here. They've got Pasha with the Scar 20 to watch the cross, and Bialy looking into apartment. And there you go. One shot gets landed. There's the tag, and Pasha now knows it. Bialy could potentially pick up Edward here as well. And this is really tough here for NaVi to deal with.
And you're right, Bialy does get that kill. Starix is very nearly dead, and over by the Ninja corner, it's going to be Taz picking up 2 quick kills on Seized, and also Guardian falling. So now Starix all alone, and it's going to be eco for NaVi, I think, if they lose this round. I mean, they don't have any money here. 11-2, moving into the 14th round. They need to basically eco to try and be able to buy in the last round, or they force up with C-set 75s and armor. But then at that point, I mean, actually, at that point, it won't be worth doing it at this point, because
you need.
Are you really gunning for 3 rounds? Yeah.
Yeah, you need more than 3 rounds. Although
this isn't Nuke.
I don't. Yeah, it's not like it's Nuke. Yeah, but it's still like Navi CT just seems to be really good right now. I could see it coming back, but Seized is going to start off strong, take out Pasha, and it's a quick 1-for-1. Bialy's going to be holding from short, his usual position as well, which is pretty much like the perfect place to have Bialy as well, especially when he's playing this well. Like, that position on the map for CT is just the position where you put the guy, you want him to get kills. Like, you're just like, okay, sit here and just shoot anything in the face that comes around the corner. And Bialy's just so good at that, so there you have it. Edward is now the last man alive, and he's not going to have too much luck getting to that bomb. It's just feet away, Anders. It's so close.
Picks up the first one, M4 in hand, and that's going to be pretty much it. Ball bang right through the door frame there, and it's going to be Edward going down. So 12-2. I personally, I don't believe in this comeback from NaVi once we get to the second half. I think 2 or 3 rounds is not enough.
No, it's not a whole lot to work with, that's for sure.
He's going to bring AK and AWP.
You see Snacks do this too. Like, Snacks loves to do this.
This is definitely super cool. Just making sure he has all the weapons over here. But is that actually going to... If they rushed, Snacks could have been a little bit late to the party, but they do slow it down. I love this. Flashes out. He's waiting right at the edge here. He's going to peek up, gets a quick kill, and he wants to run back and pick up these rifles. They're going to run right through the smoke and catch him here. So that's a nice move here by Zeus, picking up 2 good kills. And all those tricks from Snags aren't really going to help all that much right now. 3-on-3. And it's going to be Zeus with another one, taking 3 kills in this round. And Neo's still alive in the back. This could be Navi's round. Neo is going to go down to Edward. And Bialy alone. Yeah,
Bialy alone, the man to leave it in this situation. He's going to go for the long-range shot. He's going to take it out. Gets dropped down to 40 HP, though, so it takes a little bit too much damage for comfort. And Zeus has got that AWP, so Bialy almost has to try and check this out. And they're going to force him into construction as well. This is really clean play by NaVi. Guide him into a spot where Zeus is just going to be camping with the AWP. That flash goes through. Zeus plays it safe, backs off. But the nade onto Zeus. If only it hit Seized instead.
Molotov.
Oh. If only it had hit Seized instead, that could have been the situation. But look at that. Zeus decided to take matters in his own hand. The god is wrathful. He gets 4 kills in this last round to get at 3rd round for NaVi.
Yeah, really good job from Zeus. Also just taking the initiative to push through the smoke right there and catch those kills to begin with, making the retake situation almost unmanageable for Virtus.pro. So, yeah, that was a nice individual round there from Zeus. 12-3 though. Second half is going to be coming right up. This is the final map. If you're just joining us here, then welcome to the ESWC stream. Later on, we do have the grand finals between LDLC and Titan. Oh, sorry, not Titan, Fnatic, which is going to be super exciting. LDLC they kind of crushed Titan earlier on in the tournament.
Yeah, Freudian slip there, mate.
And now we're gonna be seeing how this is gonna unfold. They need to win this pistol around NaVi, and even then, I really don't trust they can do this.
Let's see exactly. NaVi now, they have to hold this perfectly. Virtus.pro though doesn't look. They want to go for a power play here in the pistol. They realize they have some space to play with, and they're going to just try and rush up. But already they're being forced back here by NaVi. Good hold by Zeus at Arch, and VP showing a little bit of that. Perhaps that hesitation or that hesitance.
I think this was planned. I think VP, they wanted to rush up and then they wanted to sort of wrap back around because they are now leaving Snacks up here as well, which is a big indication that this is like a classic B-side play. And they're going to end up getting the opening kill here on Seized. Zeus, they have a firing squad waiting for them and they're going to get shut down completely. Virtus.pro storming into the bomb site. Taz with 2 kills. Edward will pick up Snacks, who was supposed to be the guy flanking whatever kind of backup was coming into the B bomb site. Is not good enough at this rate. Taz should just stay in the corner. There's no reason for him to fight here, but he does keep peeking in. Actually, I'm not a big fan of this kind of aggression. I think they should just play it safe here. Taz could be going down. He finds the headshot. No more bullets left, and then Bialy is going to be able to Glock to finish it off. So well played by Virtus.pro, but they should have. I think they should have played that safer.
Yeah, they could. Exactly right. They should have played that safer. They definitely should have played that safer, but at the same time, sometimes you just got to go for the plays. You know, you take the risk, and Snacks, Taz, they're doing really good work right now. I mean, 14-1-8 on Taz. Snacks is also sitting up there.
Look at NaVi here. They're actually playing a round where they have nothing but pistols, and they played like a completely normal round in terms of the smokes. So they are probably hoping that Virtus.pro is going to be playing this one slowly, so they can really, you know, save these smokes for a long time, and then end up, you know, Virtus.pro end up running out of time almost.
Exactly. Yeah, they want to try and play it passively. They're going to already let them know, like Guardian's like, okay, I've got a P250 over here, so you know you got to be a little bit worried. They are going to allow them to get up to top banana, though, and that's going to be Pasha with the MP7. Not necessarily the best weapon for long-range fights, but still, since the buff, the MP7 does some respectable damage versus armor.
I'd be so happy right now if Zeus would go and use this smoke tail out at B. That'd make me the happiest man right now. But he's going to use it in the middle. He can't really know, obviously, what we know, that it's going to be a B push. But the last smoke over here is used at 50 seconds, and that actually means Virtus.pro can easily afford to wait. It looks like they are just going to go straight through. So maybe now we're finding some bit of luck here, but they can't pick up the kills. Seized is going to go down. The C-set 75, it may be good, but it's not that good, apparently.
Yeah, he's still going to manage to take out the Ollie. Oh, and they're pushing forward here. Pasha taking a fight he didn't need to. Edward is going to get the punish there, but Snacks comes back, takes out Guardian, and Snacks with a double spray down. Zeus is gone, and this leaves Edward alone. If he could pick up a gun somewhere, this would be fantastic for him, but just holding onto the helmet, Kevlar, and the CZ, I mean, we can look at the score right now. It's like 1,600 value on him. 1,600 value on him. Wait.
Armor.
Yeah, but that's 1,500 value.
Oh, maybe it's...
How does he have... Where's the 100 value coming from?
His life is worth something too similar. He's a human being.
His beard.
Oh, yeah, that's actually pretty true. I pretty value that a lot higher, though. It takes time, you know, you gotta put some effort into it.
Cheap. Still, though, okay, regardless, Edward making the right call at the end to just back off and hold on to the gear. There's no getting around that. Now the question is, NaVi, yeah, there can't be any hesitation here. They're going to go for the buy. I mean, they have to stop Virtus.pro from getting to that 15th round. And this is it. Now NaVi, everything on the line here. Third place on the line as well. This is the third map, and Virtus.pro are currently just plowing NaVi.
Yes, they are. They just had such a good start on this first half as well. As we can tell, they won the first 6 rounds in a row before NaVi were even in the game, and that is pretty hard to deal with. Aggression coming out, but then they instantly fall back. Don't really want to push through against the Nova shotgun. Can't blame them for that.
Where does it go? Where do VP actually go? Because there's a nicely timed smoke to just stop that peak from coming through. VP deciding not to take the risk by pushing through. They're still patiently going to be waiting because it's still a minute on this clock. There's only 1 smoke left on Guardian, so he's still going to be able to block off mid once this goes down. He's going to start swapping to it now, perhaps, to try and delay. There it goes. That's the last smoke that NaVi have now. So VP at this point are going to be able to walk out at will wherever they want.
Sort of wondering if they're going to try and smoke off truck or anything. I mean, this is the position you usually take up if you're trying to go for an A push and you want to smoke off truck right here. So could be a thing for VP, or they could just decide, well, yeah. So Taz actually just threw that out, and they're going to be flashing on over. Now they want to rush in, and they're going to make their way over towards Archway, but the pit is still smoked off, and Zeus is up here in the apartments. They're going to run into Edward, who does actually get some pretty decent damage. And now as they come in, if anyone was in pit, that person wouldn't be able to do all that much. So Zeus is in a pretty good position and does very reasonable damage here, but now he's been discovered.
Yeah, now he's got to be like super low on bullets as well with that pistol. Taz and Pasha will pick up 2 kills, and Zeus, he's actually clean. He's got no more pistols. He actually has to run over here and try and hope to pick it up. He's got the Nova now, and there you go. What's up, Taz? He gets dropped. Zeus trying to take this fight. He's now into a 2-on-2 situation as Snacks and Neo have to hide. And Neo with the Pro 90 waiting in the corner. Snacks from pit, but he loses his mate. It's all down to Snacks now. Has to live through this, and he's going to spot them out. Snacks hits the jumping AK shot on Zeus mid-air. Incredible. And Snacks, that's how it's done. That's how you tomb a team. NaVi, it's going to be so difficult to come back from that shock.
That's really upsetting. That's really not meant to happen at all. I love it. I mean, Snacks. Oh, it's so fun to watch this guy play. Always is. 15-3, and Virtus.pro basically about to take 3rd place here at ESWC. Seized waiting at the edge with the Mag 7, and Taz is going to be gone out of the round. And next up in line, well, he actually takes that fight maybe a little bit too valiantly there, and it's going to be Zeus coming up from behind, taken down by Ali. So now Virtus.pro are kind of locked in, and they do need to make a push here before too much backup arrives at the B-bomb side, and they do that, so good job.
Imperfect smoke, but that's not going to stop VP from actually running up here. Minimal damage taken as well during that process. Edward not really getting too lucky with his shots through. So now VP, they're going to have the Triangle of Doom. There is no saving. There's no backing. NaVi have to try and make a play here, but Neo shuts down Zeus, and that is a crucial part of this retake here for NaVi. That is gone. It's all going to come down to Guardian and Edward, but of course, it's Guardian, and he gets another shot onto Pasha, who has to hide in the corner.
Edward here has got a kip. It's going to go down. Neo with the triple kill, and it will be Virtus.pro taking the final map 16-3. No real question about that. I'm not sure there was any point in this game where you had a feeling that maybe NaVi was going to like do something, you know, that was going to bring them back.